Kendall working on McLaughlin. Turning. Gabe not leaving too much there. Pushed off.
Yeah, he got that left arm off into McLaughlin. Hey, we've seen McLaughlin do a really good job playing low post defense, whether it's on his guy or coming over from the help side position. But just watch this left arm just kind of push McLaughlin right out of the way. A couple to back-to-back turnovers on both teams.
Woods, a little pressure here.
Yeah, this is what they're known for. The Panthers will get out and pressure all over the floor.
Sean Miller-Moore up top. Oh, not high enough, but Gabe doesn't care.
Well, that was impressive. It wasn't the greatest delivery, but McLaughlin, with his athleticism, was able to get the ball, come down with it, and go straight back up with those pogo-like legs and slam it back through.
Mel Roberts. Kendall at the top of the key, back out to Cox. Cox way back out. Daniels, look for him, their leading scorer. Roberts off the mark, big rebound. That's pulled down by Bell. Bell up over McLaughlin.
Give Bell a lot of credit there, working the offensive glass, getting one back for his teammates. And look, another full three-quarter trap here.
Woodrogo over to Blackshirt Jr. Near side to Woods. Looking inside, finds Woodrogo. Threads the needle to Gabe McLaughlin. Foul is committed on the Panthers.
Well, I love this right here because if a team's going to press you full court, when you get the ball into the scoring zone, you have to be aggressive and attack. And this time, Miller-Moore sees his buddy cutting along the baseline and gets an ultra-high percentage shot. You got to like that right there out of Gabe McLaughlin, going up strong and finishing with two hands.
Jeremiah Kendall with 2 early personal fouls. He's going to check out of the game for the Panthers.
You can see the emphasis offensively is to try to attack this smaller Panther team in that painted area. One of the stats we'll have to keep track of tonight. Points in the paint and then points that come as a result of them going into the paint from the free throw line.
Will Douglas checks in, the transfer from SMU for the Panthers. Douglas. Pass picked off by Blackshirt.
He's so quick with those athletic hands.
Blackshirt moves near side to Woods. Woods. Careful. Backs up. Roberts eyeing him. McLaughlin plays catch with Woods. McLaughlin driving towards the baseline. Swarmed by a sea of Panthers. Peels away. Sean Miller-Moore. Twist, turns, blocked. Tough driving and crashing underneath there. The Panthers doing a great job. Reverse, beautiful move by Jawan Daniels.
Yeah, that's why he was the preseason SWAC Player of the Year pick. I mean, that was all athleticism. Just snatched that ball with one hand and he put it in reverse and put a little English on the basketball and spun it in the hoop. We're all knotted up at 4.
Woods beyond the arc, looks for 3. Good!
That's Holland Woods right there, doing what Holland Woods does. I mean, an offensive player over 1,500 points in his career. 5,500 would be a record. But the ability to be able to come off of a screen and then find separation and knock down a shot.
Just his second of 8 attempts from the arc for Woods. Off the mark, McLaughlin pulls it down. Leads for Woods.
High for the rebound. Almost thought he got that in the cylinder.
Woodrogo backing in on Bell. Kick back out. Miller-Moore wants 3. Ooh, off the front rim. Daniels brings it up. Far side to Douglas. Long distance, good.
Well, these Panthers aren't going quietly tonight. I guess after you play back-to-back-to-back, you get one day off, you got fresh legs because they've come out of here full court pressing, getting out transition on misses, getting layups and running to that three-point line and having the legs strength to knock them down. Oh, this is trouble.
Look out. Oh, a big hand there by Bell.
Oh, Bell said, "You shall not pass, big man."
Charge. Darrell Roberts.
And again, the guy that has become one of Bryce Drew's best interior defenders, Gabe McLaughlin, taking one in square in the chest for his teammates. Look at this one more time. Another block down there, then look at McLaughlin. Just gets in, just gets those heels up off of that restricted line and gets the charge. Yeah, I thought he was going to be in that restricted area, but he lifted his heels up. He rose onto his tippy toes, Barry. Think he did that on purpose, or he just get lucky?
I'm sure he did it on purpose. Wouldn't question Gabe. I can't believe you didn't bring that up. 3 turnovers for Prairie early on, just 1 for the Lopes. Long distance. Oh, look at Gabe McLaughlin from the arc.
You know that's not my favorite shot of his, but he's starting to slowly make a believer out of me now. He's canned 3 3-point shots. Lopes 2 for 3 in this game tonight.
Bounce pass. Cox doesn't put it home. Pulled down by Dima Zador in the game, along with Chance McMillan.
That's what Zador's got to do. He's got to eat glass tonight.
Oh, black shirt. He was going to stop and pop, but he dealt it back to McMillan. Zador. Woods near side. Tries to get a little screen there. Looks long. 3, good! Holland Woods!
Lopes on fire from the outside. King 3 of 4 3-point shots to start this game in a little mini 6-0 run.
Near side. Long distance, good. Douglas coming into the game.
Well, that didn't last long. He said, you can make 3, we can make 3 as well. I watched this team warm up. I'll tell you, they are really good from that wing area, from about 18 feet all the way out to the 3-point line.
Far side to Woods. Up over to Zador. Picked back out. Blacksher wants 3. Long. Zador with the rebound. Millen, little soft touch, not going to happen. Blacksher goes after it. Push back out. Look who got it. Chance McMillan.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lopes are relentless on the glass right now. Their coach is not happy. The Lopes are dominating them on the boards. He wants a timeout and takes the timeout.
Sporting the headband. Looking sharp, up by 5. GCU.
Has your back.
Welcome back.
The work underneath the glass for the Panthers.
Well, Panthers needed a bucket right there. The Lopes would have got, the Havocs would have gone crazy if they had got another stop, and they went inside. Now they come out with a little 1-3-1 zone defense here.
Woods and McLaughlin combining for 13 points, 4 of 4 from the field, and 3 of 3 from the arc. Stoppage in play. It looks like Douglas is called. Byron Smith, one-time head coach of the Harlem Globetrotters.
I did not know that.
2002, 2003.
I love taking my kids to see the Globetrotters.
Curly Neal, Meadowlark. Reach in right there.
Yeah, a little too handsy. So right now, Prairie View with their 5th team foul, and the Lopes have not committed not one team foul yet. So something to watch. They're only 2 fouls away from putting the Lopes into the bonus.
Roberts second. Jeremiah Gambrell Jr. steps in for Roberts. Woods leaves it for McMillan. Now to Blackshear Jr. Looks inside, moves left. Woods in the wing. Moves into the paint, top of the key. Waits patiently. Good. How about how smooth that was?
Well, the offense got a little stagnant. The ball got stuck on that left side, and it's nice when you have somebody you can just toss the ball into, and they can find their own shot. Yeah, Woods now, he's 3 of 3 from the field. He's got himself 8 points.
Dwayne Cox. Douglas near side, eyed by Ouedraogo. Wade catch with Gambrell Jr. looks for 3. Front rim bounced out, pushed way out, picked up by the Panthers.
Don't want to give these Panthers extra possessions. They'll make you pay.
Daniels well off the mark, but how about Cox stealing it from Blackshear?
That's good.
Daniels finally drops for the Panthers on a relentless second and third opportunity.
Sorry, Barry. Daniels is not going to miss anything in that painted area. And you're right. Got a little sloppy with that basketball when they had it. These Panthers are extremely athletic. They fly back to attack that basketball.
6 second chance points for Prairie View A&M, and a nice bucket. Holland Woods having himself quite the early game.
That's what you took the words right out of my mouth. This kid is eyes are as big as saucers right now when he's got the ball in the offensive end. He's looking to be effective. 4 of 4 from the field for 10 points. A couple 3-point shots.
Cox to Douglas. Back over to Daniels beyond the arc. Douglas looking to drive. Left hand pulled down by Zador.
Well, good job there by Navy down there, making it tough for the Panthers to score there.
Long 3 off the mark from Blackshear. Near side, Daniels in the corner. Douglas peels away. Back to Daniels. Arching 3, big rebound. Woods got a hand on it, and Blackshear picks it up. Back to Holland.
Little 6-foot Woods down there getting on the defensive glass, keeping that ball up. Look at this one from
Is he
Steph
on fire?
Curry.
Yes, he is. He is. He's on fire.
Yes, indeed. Holland Woods has Kevin himself a game. He has come to play. 3 of 3 from behind the arc, and the Woods meter just continues to pour. 13 now for Holland Woods. He's almost outscored the Panthers by himself.
Don't get too close.
That's a turnover.
Yes, sir. Time on the floor, 22-14 GCU. How about Woods?
Well, Woods is absolutely fantastic tonight. He has found his rhythm, and he's making the Panthers pay.
Points.
Well, he's done it in a variety of different ways, but most lethal from behind that arc. I like the way he's taking his time. Seems like he's on rhythm, on balance. Doesn't seem like the pressure that Prairie View in the backcourt has bothered him whatsoever. Really good at using his big screens out there on the perimeter to give him that extra space to fire. My goodness, 5 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from behind the arc, 13 points. That's a heck of a first half right there.
Copper State hearing all about it, because for every three-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union is making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. If you'd like to consider making a donation, for more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu.
That's a heck of a first half, Barry. We're not even halfway through with the first half, and this kid has already got himself 13 points. He might be looking at one of those 25 to 30-point nights tonight.
Lopes shooting 57%, hitting 4 of their last 5 from the field.
Yeah, and on top of that, they're doing a good job defensively, holding Prairie View to under 43% shooting. So they're handling their business on both ends of the floor. That'll make the coach and staff extremely happy. Good look at Holland Woods. Got that full beard going. I didn't shave tonight. I don't know if you noticed, Barry, but I'm thinking about letting a little facial hair go here through the holidays. I don't know if I can go pull off the full beard, though.
It's kind of November thing to do, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No shave November or whatever they call it. I'm a little late.
McMillan. Up over the top. Udrago. Muscles his way. Doesn't go, though. Trying to get his own rebound. Pulled down by the Panthers. They get a good job of getting numbers under the glass.
Yeah, he put a lot of kilos on the Panthers down there. He just couldn't finish that shot, but I like the way he uses that frame to draw that contact. He keeps doing that. Bristles will start giving him the benefit of the doubt, giving him some foul calls underneath there.
Crossover move there, not going to happen for Cox. Officials are going to.
They're going to get together because I think Zador tried to outlet that pass, and as he was passing it, it got tipped towards the sideline, but they didn't overturn the call.
Well, Roberts will inbound. Zador will take a seat. Coach Drew quick with the pull.
Well, he said that valuing that basketball is a premium. So whatever happened, he wants to make sure if you pass that ball, it better find its target, or you're going to spend some time on the pine.
Good work by Jalen Blackman on that. Wide open lane, but draining from outside is Gambrell Jr.
Yeah, that was a pretty looking shot right there. Just that left and right wing area was something that they really accentuated in the pregame warm-ups.
Doesn't go for Woods. McMillan back out. Gabe, how about Holland again getting another chance? Yeah. Don't give him another chance.
Well, credit Gahan for keeping that ball alive, and Holland Woods, I would just give him the ball down the floor every time. I mean, it doesn't seem that hard, right? You got a guy out there that ain't missed tonight. Keep feeding him.
McMillan called for the foul.
6 of 6 on the night. Gahan keeps it on. Chance McMillan. And I love that right there. That's the old swing. Gabe could have shot that ball, but he realized Holland Woods has got a flamethrower going right now. Get it over to the shooter and let him do what he does.
Gambrell Jr. can move. Doesn't go. Gahan tried to get the rebound and knocked out of bounds. Woods career high 39 points. You jinxed it by bringing that up earlier, so you'll probably get a 28.
I didn't bring that up.
You said he probably is up for a 30-plus point.
I just said, hey, I don't know. He's looking between 25 and 30. I was trying to be, All
right.
Got to cool off at some point.
Unless
he shoots this one from the U,
we shall see.
Then the lid's going to come off of this joint.
Inside to McLaughlin. Back out. Blackman, how about the kid? Oh, sweet feet of the flush.
That was impressive by Blackman. A little freshman showing his flash with his ball handling skills. He could have pulled that thing from the right wing, but he puts it back down and finds his big man underneath, and Gabe McLaughlin put a little extra hot sauce on that dunk. It's like he was going to dunk it with two hands, then decided, no, I'm going to go ahead and just do the one-hand slam and then come out of there with the veins busting out of the biceps after that.
Fresh cut. Looking at high fade. Is that what that is?
He's doing a good job as well. I want to get his 10th point right there. So it's really pinned to McLaughlin and Woods show tonight.
Terrell Roberts, no, you shall not pass, as Scott Williams says.
I love when the big guys protect that basket. There he goes from the U.
Stop it.
He having some fun out there right now. He didn't even need to shoot it from the U. He had about 8 more feet. He could have dribbled up, then shot it, but he decided why not. I love this one right here. That was a great block down there by Gahan, coming over from the weak side, providing that defense, slopping that ball out of the basket.
I feel bad I stole your line.
Oh, this is a team effort up here.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Here come the Panthers. Terrell Roberts.
Oh, he went to the old school weave here.
Wow. Fox. Moves right, kick back front. Daniels.
He's too
Nothing
good.
but net.
Yeah, that kid's too good. You get him backing up a little bit because you got to respect his athleticism. Yeah, his right foot was on the line, but then he's able to pull and get himself back on balance and then pull that jump shot.
6 points for Daniels. McLaughlin, 3. Good!
Well, I don't know what they had in their pregame meal. I mean, they had Caesar salad wraps after the shoot-around this morning because I grabbed one of those. Whatever they ate
Stealing wraps.
is working for them. So Holland Woods and Gabe McLaughlin have the same thing every night for the rest of the month.
Up top, does drop. Dwayne Cox, good work by the Panthers.
Panthers needed a bucket. They went inside and found one. They were starting to lose a little touch with this Lopes team, and they needed a basket in a big way. Blackman thought he got fouled. Look at Gahan working the glass again.
Beautiful. They get the Irish Hulk. Push off there for number 13, Aiden Gahan. Woods and McLaughlin combining for 28 points with a timeout on the floor. And Holland Woods, you just got to keep feeding a guy that is red hot like that, and they're doing so. Although Gabe's kind of getting a little hot too.
Well, they got ball, but he goes inside, attacks the defense from the middle, and McLaughlin's able to slam that thing down.
So this opening half, almost career numbers for both Holland Woods and Gabe McLaughlin. Holland's career high for a first half is 17, done twice. The last time for Portland State against Montana back in 2020, January. And Gabe McLaughlin's career high for a first half is 13 points. He did it in the NCAA tournament game against Iowa. He currently stands at 12.
12 on 4-4 shooting. 2 for 2 behind the arc. And like I say, we still got 7.5 minutes to play in this game, so those records may fall or set new records tonight.
Seventh time that Gabe McLaughlin has hit 2 3-pointers in his career. He's never made 3.
You know, Bryce Drew was telling me that this kid had the ability to shoot the 3 when we came down to some early season practices, and I just kind of shook my head like, oh no, because he's just so good around that basket. You hate to see someone deviate from their strength, but Hey, listen, like LeBron James did, he's added the outside shot. LeBron James couldn't shoot the three when he first got in the league. He was a dunker, right? And the same thing, give credit to Gabe McLaughlin working on his game in the offseason.
Doesn't drop for the Panthers. The press there. They thread it through. McMillan to Blackshirt. Now to Sean Miller-Moore. Finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin twists, turns left-handed and falls. A new career high first half points.
Hey, he's just showing off right now. That was a big-time move by a big-time player right there. You spin to be right shoulder to a left-hand hook at 6'8", and be able to throw that thing in featherly soft. That was a wonderful move.
Chance got a hand on it, but the applause from Coach Drew.
Let's go back to this one more time. This is one thing I never had in my career. I never had the ability to make a spin move. I could have been a fabulous player if I could have done that. Just a great job.
Did you have a nice touch with your left hand?
Well, the left I could shoot, but I couldn't spin into the left-hand shot. I couldn't spin into the right-hand shot. I couldn't spin either way.
You did all right for yourself.
Yeah, they didn't want me to score. They had a guy named number 23 that did most of the scoring on our teams.
Whatever.
Ball hog.
McMillan three. No, off the mark. Pushed way out. Miller-Moore with it. Can he do it again? Yeah, he can. Don't give this team two opportunities. I'm just telling you right now.
That's the old saying, 2 for $1. First one doesn't go. Get it back to him again. 7 of 13 threes for the Lopes in this first opening half.
Gabriel Jr. hands it off there. Dwayne Cox, top of the key, looking to drive by Gahan. Oh!
I think they got goaltending. I think they got McLaughlin getting there just a hair too late. The ball had hit the backboard before he got to it. But again, McLaughlin, Gahan, big YO down there, patrolling that painted area and making it real tough for these Panthers to score inside.
For the Lopes, number 24,
Woodrow steps in for Gahan.
Good minutes by Gahan. I know he can get the points he probably would have liked, but he did a good job getting on that offensive glass and getting those extra possessions.
Blackshirt brings it up, under 6 to go, opening half. Lopes up by 11. Step back, Blackshirt. Good!
It just seemed like Blackshirt said, hey, we're having a party out here, and I hadn't had my invitation yet, so I'm just going to go over to this left side of the floor and call my own number, get in the scoring column. Drop that 3 in there. Now, what is that? 8 for 14 from behind the arc? My goodness, they are on fire.
Underhand stopped by McLaughlin, knocked out by Woodrow. Gabe doing the work underneath.
Yeah, he's earning whatever post-game meal they're going to give him tonight. So this is what I want to pay attention to. 5:28 to go in the half, 38-24. You're doing it on both ends of the floor. Can they keep their confidence and their intensity and finish this half with the same electricity that they had, you know, through the first 15 minutes? Can they try to bury this team going into the locker room?
14-point lead. In the corner, looking to drive baseline. Cox. Foul call.
Oh, Cox hit him with a two-piece and a biscuit down on that left. The baseline really attacked the shot blocker with a little hesitation move and then went right back to the basket, but doesn't go away from the shot blocker. You go into the shot blocker, get that contact, go to the free throw line, knock down your free throw.
Cox at the line, 82% coming in, 9 of 11.
in the ballgame for the Panthers, number 1, D'Angelo Ware, 2, Jock Hughes.
Alvin Woods checks back in.
Christian Gass,
Or McMillan.
Gerard Briscoe. For the Lopes, number 11, Holland Woods, the second.
The Panthers chip away a little bit with those free throws. With the press on, up over the top, feeds Blackshirt. Nice feed underneath, left hand doesn't drop.
I think they got McLaughlin coming in over the back, trying to get on that offensive glass. That's going to be the 5th team foul and the 2nd personal foul on McLaughlin.
Gonna have to take a seat for Gabe. Dima Zador checks in for McLaughlin.
Jeremiah Gamble, 22, Juwan Daniels.
I thought Blackshear might try the high handoff on that break. He had Gahan, I believe it was, or one of the bigs running on that right wing that I thought, well, maybe he's gonna try to throw it up high and see if he can get the alley-oop. But he just decided, I'm gonna go in there to crash inside, try to call my own number. Oh, offensive screen, foul rather.
Offensive foul called on Panthers number 0, Gerard.
Briscoe called, just checking into the game. Senior from St. Petersburg, Florida.
The coach is not happy because as a big, you want to go over and set that pick, but if the guard starts coming to you before you have a chance to get your feet set, officials are always going to blow that whistle on you. So it's the guards and the bigs got to work together. It's not always on the big's fault that he got that foul called on him.
Sean Miller-Moore over the top. Ouedraogo doing a good job of keeping it in play. Foul away. Who'd they get? Looks like Briscoe.
Yeah, a little too physical down there.
Coach
trying
Smith.
to handle that 250 pounds, 260 pounds of Ouedraogo underneath. And that's going to be the 8th team foul now. So Lope's going to the line to shoot a couple free throws.
Where's Gerardo Briscoe? Gonna sit back down.
To shoot the 1-and-1.
Big make there.
Yeah, I mean, watching beforehand, it's one thing the Lopes always do with their preseason, their shoot-arounds in the morning is break off into both ends of the floor in sets of 5 and shoot free throws. I particularly like to watch the big shoot their free throws. He's got a nice form. He's just got to learn to touch it up some.
3 of 6 early on the season for Ouedraogo. Yes, bounce pass inside to Douglas. Daniels back to Douglas. Looking to drive, step back, pop. Good.
Well, that's nothing Holland Woods can do with that. Cat quick player with the size advantage right off the right elbow. Woods couldn't offer much resistance.
Woods to Blackshear. Douglas out to meet him. Javon driving, goes right hand, didn't have the angle. Underneath, Ivins battling.
I think they're going to call a tie-up. I think it's going to be a possession arrow pointing towards GCU's bench.
On the alternating possession.
It's going to be Lope's ball when we come back from this break.
Timeout on the floor, 3:57 to go, opening half. Lopes lead is 12. tomorrow night, 7 p.m. against the Pioneers from Denver University. In the opening round of the NCAA tournament. Winner advances to take on the Tigers at Clemson. Vice President of Athletics, Jamie Boggs, alongside first-year head coach. Can't make it to the GCU soccer stadium to cheer on men's soccer. Please tune into ESPN Plus for all the coverage. 12-point Lopes lead. Daniels. Push back out. Darrell Roberts. Roberts looking to move on Woods. Stops, pops, good.
Well, McMillan did a great job that time on Juwan Daniels, but he unselfishly gave the basketball up and found his teammate who gets a bucket. So nice play by both those two.
Good scoop underneath. Zador can't put it home. 10-point lead. Panthers chipping away. Got a hand on it, did Blackshirt Jr.
Seems like he gets one or two of those a game right off the top of the circle.
Roberts directing traffic. Juwan Daniels plays catch with Gambrell Jr. Roberts looks to drive. Can't get underneath it. Picked up by Guest. Guest pushes it back out. Foul.
I didn't see anything there. I think maybe they reset the shot clock, or there's some sort of equipment issue. I don't think it was a foul. Trying to figure out what's going on here.
Coach Smith even trying to listen in there. Official over at the scores table. They are looking at the shot clock.
Yeah, I believe on that shot attempt, the clock was under 19, and someone at the scores table in charge may have reset that. And they're going to try to figure out exactly how much time should be on the shot clock now.
2:55 to go. As Kate mentioned, Coach Drew will chat with Kate coming off the floor.
Yeah, they have reset the shot clock, Barry, to 6 seconds. So just 6 seconds for the Panthers to work.
Roberts to inbound. Peeling away, Gambrell Jr. 4-3. He's got to do something. Drives, paint.
He well travel.
Did you get the foul?
Oh, maybe they got the foul before the travel.
Officials are going to confirm. Yep, they got the foul. Looks like on Blackshirt Jr.
I thought he took an extra step to be able to get in position to draw that contact, but that's not how the officials saw that. And then the shot went up, and then they were trying to find out whether or not that was a continuation. That basket would have counted. So it looks like they have given him the field goal as a good made field goal for goaltending by Dima Zador, and now it's an 8-point game with a chance to cut it to 7. So kind of what I was worried about when you get up 14 and everything's going really good, you're knocking in shots from all over the place. Lopes end up giving up a 6-0 run to the Panthers, make it 7-0 run, and now you got yourself a ball game again. This is a team that's been down 35 points, 28 points. They've lost by 19 and 18 in their last 4 basketball games. They're used to playing from behind.
Yep.
They're not going to quit just because they fell behind by 14 in the first half today.
Running through the press, Ouedraogo. Back to Chance McMillan. 2:40 and counting, opening half. 14-point lead has been narrowed down to 7. Woods for 3. Not as hot as early on, and the Panthers with the rebound. Moving right. Wayne Cox. Juwan Daniels, near side. Ware in the game. D'Angelo Ware. Evansville, Indiana. Timeout. Panthers with 2:13 to go and 11 on the shot clock. Given the Panthers life, have the Lopes, allowing them to get back into this one, and it's definitely played out the way that you were talking about it, and they need to close out first halves as strong as they opened it. Sweet James Sweet play of the half, breaking the press early on and doing a good job.
Yeah, Holland Woods does a really nice job attacking the pressure, kicking ahead, and I love that pass there by Sean Miller-Moore. That's a big-time player, fifth-year seniors handling the ball. Woods, fifth-year senior to Miller-Moore, fifth-year senior. Then they find Gabe McLaughlin running that right wing, slices behind the defense and slams it home.
Prairie View A&M 5 for their last 7. Lopes 0 for their last 4.
Now, it's human nature, and unfortunately, Lopes got caught into it a little bit tonight when you get that big lead. But the good thing is there's still 2 minutes left to go. So you may have say you've lost the momentum, but you can gain some of that back with a couple stops and a couple buckets down the other way. And they got that stop. There's one.
Step down.
I've got to drive a coach crazy. You call timeout to set up a good play. You got 11 full seconds on the clock, and then your kids go out there and step on the out-of-bounds lane. Did I ever tell you about Jerry Stackhouse? When he first came to Philadelphia 76ers, he was good for one of those a game early in his career. It used to drive me nuts. We worked so hard on the defense to get the ball. We didn't get too many stops. We were that bad, only to watch him step out of bounds on the offensive end trying to shoot a three or something crazy.
Yeah, as you said it, coach has to be fired up. Woods inside. Gahan, big right hand. Ooh, travel.
Well, Gahan maybe not as polished as Udorago down there on that block. They're using that big left shoulder turn to the right-hand hook. I thought possibly they were going to let him get away with it because they let these guards get away with taking extra steps out on the perimeter. But us big guys, if we don't establish that pivot foot, we slide it 6 inches, they want to call traveling. That's one thing I didn't like about those Zebras.
Oh, I had it out for you.
I had it out for all the bigs.
From the corner, in and out. Pulled down by Gahan. Ooh, careful. Douglas almost picked off the transfer to Blackshirt Jr. He cuts in, top of the key, kick back out. Big ball movement. Miller-Moore looking for somebody, finds Blackshirt.
These Panthers are fast defensively.
Gahan. Not a high percentage shot for the big man. Kick back out. Woods. Active hand there by Douglas. Blackshirt Jr. knocks it out. Lopes ball with 10 on the shot clock.
Yeah, Panthers have picked it up defensively after the Lopes torched them in the first half of this first half. They have really ratcheted up their defense. They're flying around out there, making it real hard for the Lopes every time they put the ball on the floor.
Up over the top, Udorago. Oh, they get Udorago.
Now we have a bunch of turnovers in the half. I'm not sure who gets credit to being able to take the momentum and both turnovers on both ends of the floor. Let's see if he sticks his butt out. Yeah, I think just enough to get the call. Jared doesn't agree. Jared's a homer.
Yeah. Douglas up over the top. Blackshirt trying to get a hand on it. Daniels. Front rim. Sean Miller-Moore knocks into Ivan Udorago's hands.
Yeah, Lopes can essentially play for the last shot of this half. Just a 7-second differential between shot clock and game clock.
Woods regained his hot streak that he had earlier on in the half. 20 seconds remaining. Sean Miller-Moore, look out. Lopes ball, 10 on the shot clock. Miller-Moore is going to sit down.
The Lopes got to 30 points ultra quick, and these last 10 points has just been like a trip to the dentist pulling teeth. They just can't seem to find the rhythm offensively. So let's give a lot of credit to the Panthers defense for tightening things up. 4 minutes and 25 seconds scoring drought.
Timeout on the floor with 17.2 seconds left. Coach Drew wants to draw something up here. And also reiterate some of the fundamentals here, because the Panthers definitely have stepped it up. You got to give them tons of credit here in the second half of the first half here. They got kind of hit in the mouth. They came up off the mat swinging.
You know, Barry, we always talk about the havoc effect for these teams that come in here. Never faced a crowd like this. And it had them back on their heels on both ends of the floor. They weren't able to shoot the ball. They were under 43% shooting to start the game. And defensively, they were getting pounded on the glass, and the Lopes were getting high percentage shots or open looks from threes. So after they calmed down, it took them about 12 minutes to calm down. They finishing this half really nicely.
So can the Lopes regain a bit of momentum here? Panthers will still have time left. 10 on the shot clock, 17.2 on the game clock. McMillan to inbound. The early fundamentals on the inbound pass. Blackshirt takes it.
Ooh, so close to right on the line there.
Close.
Oh no.
What did they get here?
Offensive foul called on the Lopes number 13, Aiden Gahan.
Still real raw, and you see some of that from Aiden.
Yeah, both the bigs with trying to set high screens so the guards could attack. Both pick up fouls and turn that basketball over. And go back to the player for the Panthers stepping out of bounds. Well, that's the same sort of thing that happened to Coach Drew. He draws up a play, and his big man sets an illegal screen.
So it's the Panthers with the last shot of this opening half. Inside, Roberts, floater up top and good. The Panthers cutting the lead to 5 at the half. And Coach Drew's not going to be a happy interview for Kate coming off of that floor after they led by some 14 points. The Panthers have come back on a 9-0 run to narrow it to just 5. Let's send it down to Kate. there might have been a Tayshaun Cherry sighting.
I have never seen that before. Guy sick as a dog for 3
There he
days. Doesn't even put his uniform on in the first half. And coaches say, hey, buddy, we need you.
Coach mentions you at half. You're maybe watching the game. You're like, they need me.
You think he came from the dorms? He was at the dorm watching the game and
Probably.
came down and got on his skateboard, skated on over here, and put on a uni.
Oh, wouldn't this be a remarkable story? Colin Woods. Last season, he had a season high last year of 18. Mentioned 16 so far here tonight.
Well, the Lopes got to find that magic that they had to start this basketball game here in the first 5 minutes of this half.
Woods has it over the Blackshirt Jr. On just 3 points up over the top. McLaughlin, little floater, doesn't drop, and the Panthers pull down the rebound.
Well, I like them going inside for that high percentage shot. I thought McLaughlin could have taken another half a beat, made sure that he had himself on balance before he shot that.
Heavy traffic, loose ball through the fingertips of Kendall. Here come the Lopes. Javon Blackshirt leaves for Woodrow-Ogdo, no doubt about it.
Oh, boom! I like the big fella. Hey, 245 pounds can run the floor. One more time, Blackshirt. He's so good at seeing the entire floor, and anytime you got your big out there running with you, you got to reward him.
Roberts lets it roll. Shot clock doesn't tick. Turnaround, Roberts, short, front rim, rebound into the Panthers' hands. Back to Daniels after the Dwayne Cox. Great positioning under the glass. Daniels, 8 on the shot clock. Floater, that's short. Adams will let him know.
Yeah, I think he got fouled on that one, and Lopes got away with one, but Daniels is really good with that basketball.
Woods over to Blackshirt Jr. near side. Looking right. Goes to Woods.
Roberts got cracked in the eyeball. He's kind of holding his face there.
McLaughlin for 3. Heavy. Big rebound. Gabe almost got it, but
yeah,
sea of humanity on the floor.
Woods got knocked down, and then Blackshirt didn't know he was on the floor. He's trying to hustle back on defense, and he tripped over Woods.
That could have been.
Imagine if both of those guys would have got hurt on the same play. He gets a shot. He gets a shot from Roberts because I think he took one from Woods earlier. And when he goes down, Blackshirt trying to get back defensively. He falls over Woods.
Officials are
chippy
over,
out there.
taking a look at it.
I mean, if I'm Prairie, we're 0-5. We got to do anything we can to try to get a W. So if it takes poking the guy who's the hottest player on the floor in the eyeball, take him out of the game. After this one, he just got just a little shove right there with his right hand to his face. You can't really see it, but Woods drops down, and then Blackshirt trying to hustle down the floor, goes right over the top of him. Here it is one more time. Watch this now. That little extra little finger shot to the eyeball there. Woods is like, hey, man, what are you doing?
Coach Smith from the Panthers not all that pleased with the officials reviewing this. You see Holland wiping away that left eye.
Well, Holland Woods started this game out 6 of 6 from the field and cracked in 13 quick points, and then you can see this Roberts not real happy because he had taken the shot earlier. It's always the second guy that gets caught. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets some sort of technical foul or Lopes end up getting some free throws out of this for that little extracurricular after Woods had gotten rid of the ball.
Great look from our crew here, GC Arena in Phoenix. This homestand continues on Monday and Wednesday. Wyoming coming in on Monday. Life Pacific before the Thanksgiving break, before the Lopes head out onto the road.
Whose big head is that, Barry? That guy looks familiar.
Looks like President Mueller.
No, that was the whole body. I just meant the big head guy that was on the left side of the screen there.
Wyoming Life Pacific, then it's to Pepperdine and Loyola Marymount before returning here December 2nd against UTSA. San Antonio. Here we go, the officials again.
Our statistician extraordinaire, Jared told me that was Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless from ESPN or
he's so well
Fox
liked.
Sports. I'm not sure which one he's on now.
Best one, yeah.
Coach Smith's facial expressions say it all. This guy's gonna get hit with a flagrant one.
Rel Roberts. The great looks provided by this professional crew here. Not doing the Panthers any favors. This is what Mr. Roberts thinks of the crew.
Yeah, you guys are snitches. I was free and clear until you showed me the replay.
Woods, back-to-back buckets there. And the Lopes will inbound. Far side.
Absolute killer for the Panthers. They had a chance to get the ball and go down and score. Instead, Lopes get 2 free throws, which Woods cans. Now they have a chance for 2 or 3 more points on this possession.
Holland Woods, moves right. Into Ouedraogo, bounce pass. Oh, down low to McLaughlin, knocked out of bounds.
I think that was a foul, Barry. I think they got somebody on his arm, so he wasn't able to corral that basketball and go up and try to power it through the bucket. So 2 quick fouls on the Panthers. Remember, they had themselves 5 quick ones to start the first half.
Kendall's third. He's going to take a seat. Inbound to Sean Miller-Moore. Quickly, corner, Blackshirt Jr. Good!
Can't believe that baseline out of bounds play. That's the old AAU play right there. What a terrible turn events right there. So Lopes end up getting 7 points. They're on a 7-0, 5 points on that possession on a 7-0 run.
Woods called for the foul on Roberts. Roberts gets back a little bit there in their battle. Bryce Drew looking for win number 20 early on in his 2nd season.
This is Roberts. This is the cat that got the flagrant foul.
Yeah.
He comes back and draws some contact of his own and goes to the line and try to get some points back. So, yeah, I guess if you're a player, you always want that coach to give you an opportunity to make up for maybe one of your mental lapses or a possible mistake and stay on the floor. We highlighted Roberts in the starting lineup as one of these players to watch. He scored 12 in his last game against Texas Tech. He's got the ability to do more damage than that.
Miller-Moore pulls it down. Blackshirt near side over to Holland Woods. Good D there. Cuts in. Nice move. Doesn't go. Foul call.
Well, they have been taught to run Holland Woods off of that 3-point line, so they flew out on them out of control, and he just goes around and maybe a little extracurricular with that right hand, but gets to the outside of the defender's body and draws that contact, and that's what he gets credit for. It goes an opportunity to go to the line where he just canned 2 free throws a moment ago.
Cox called for the foul.
So just a smart play by a 5th-year senior, realizing, hey, I've knocked down 4 threes. They're going to be coming at me. All I got to do is show a slight ball fake, and I'll be able to gain an advantage.
18 for Woods, surpassing last season's season high of 18. Cedric Bell checks out for the Panthers, as does Dwayne Cox.
So after this free throw, we talked about when the Lopes were up 14, would they be able to keep their focus and intensity? They lost it, but they've got it back. Lloyd has balloon back up to 13.
Long distance, Daniels, too heavy, pulled down by the Panthers. Roberts lost the handle. Moore pulls it up. Sean Miller, Moore! Oh my, the roof might cave in.
I'm not sure what you call that dunk, other than the fact that it was super impressive. It looked like one of the long-winged birds out there dribbling a basketball, the stork or something. Left hand, right hand, off to the side of his body, and then slammed it through, and then the Panthers go inside for a basket. I want to see the dunk again.
Good work by Brian Miles, countering for the Panthers. Sean Miller Moore in the corner for Woods. Ba-bam!
Yeah, Woods is feeling it. He having himself one well of a ball game. 5 threes now on the night. Second half score, and the Lopes doing a great job on a 14-3 run coming out of the locker room.
Roberts. Gambrell Jr. eyed by Blackshirt Jr. Bounce pass. Push back out. Gambrell Jr. for 3. A little short. Loose ball picked up by Ouedraogo to Woods.
You got to wonder if the 4th game in 5 nights catching up with the Panthers.
Oh, Gabe wanted to put it home. Draws the foul.
Go back to this one by Miller Moore one more time. Goes down and snatches it off the floor with one hand behind the back, and then with one hand, he picks it up off the floor. He caps it with his left hand just to make sure he's got it in control of it, then slams it home. Look at that bench reaction. Tayshaun Cherry.
He's feeling good now.
I thought he had a head cold. He's down there rocking and rolling. The bench is going nuts.
You wonder, there just seems to be something magical around Sean Miller Moore this year.
Well, you interviewed Coach Drew before the game, and he said he thought he was playing with more intensity and more confidence this season. And I would certainly agree with that.
Certainly from that bucket. Roberts all the way over near side. Gambrell Jr. off the mark. Loose ball picked up by the Panthers, though. Cox inside. And a charge. Kedrick Bell called for the charge. The Lopes lead at 55-38, 16 to go, second half.
I love this one right here. Just going down there, getting that loose ball and getting it into the scoring area. And Sean Miller Moore, he puts a little extra sauce on his dunks this year. He was really rising. One more time behind the back. Back move, just lost the defender and dared anybody to jump with him at the basket.
Oh, look at that laser look.
Yeah, that was intense.
That was. That scared me a little bit.
Something out of a Warrior movie there after he had rushed into battle, right?
Yeah. Shoulders are back. Confidence is high. Havocs are loving.
Yeah, Havocs love it. They saw that lead get whittled down to 5 points. Happy to have the Lynx back up by 17 again. They breathe a little easier down. Makes the cheers a little easier, I'm sure.
Miller Moore takes it back from McLaughlin. Side by Ware. Moves around him. High left hand doesn't go. All that work doesn't happen for Miller Moore. Putting it on the floor, D'Angelo Ware. Lost the handle. Picked off by Blackshirt Jr. Oh, and his out. Picked off by Darrell Roberts.
Yeah, and Blackshirt wanted that ball. He was calling for the ball. McLaughlin saw somebody streaking down that right side, but the ball just kind of floated. It had no zip on it. Never got to the target.
Let's go for Kendall. Picked up by Cox. Cox looks for the shot. Short. Pulled down by Gabe McLaughlin.
I don't know if Coach Smith needs to send his players a text message or an Instagram message, but all those three-point shots that they had in the first half aren't going in the second half. You're playing 4 games in 5 nights.
But they are for the Louts. Blackshear from the corner.
Well, Blackshear started slow. He let Woods and McLaughlin do their thing, and now he's starting to pick up his offensive game as well. Loves are on fire from behind the arc tonight. They are 11 of 19 from land 3.
Roberts for 3. Heavy. Loose ball picked up by Kendall. Foul on Ouedraogo. Speaking of threes, wow, it is a big night. For every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union is making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu.
That's awesome. They got 11 tonight. They're shooting better from the 3-point range. They're shooting 58% from behind the arc. And they're shooting 50% in front of the arc. So whatever they've been working on in practice since we last saw them on Friday against North Florida, with this big break again between tonight's game until they have to face Wyoming, they about to just duplicate exactly what they did. Films they watched and foods they ate. Because this has been a great performance offensively.
Panthers just 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. Colin Woods twisting, turning, back out McLaughlin. Likes to take the feed back from Woods, bounce past his door, goes beyond his fingertips, out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to get him a seat on the bench, I think. Coach Drew's not real happy the way McLaughlin is throwing that ball around the park. He likes his energy, but you got to protect the ball. You know, you get the offense, you get that defensive rebound, you try to throw the 45-foot outlet pass, that gets intercepted, and that would have been a simple bounce pass over to Zador. He could have even laid it up or dunked it, and he doesn't find the target again.
Those 4 of their last 5 from the field. Here come the Panthers. Turnaround, Roberts. Nice bucket from Darrell Roberts.
Yeah, they got some 6-7 forwards on this team that can really play. I mean, this team was 13-0 last year in their conference play. They ended up losing in the conference tournament, didn't earn their trip to the big dance, but they got some talent.
Indeed, they lost to Texas Southern in the finals of the SWAC tournament. Sean Miller Moore, floater, gets his own rebound, but pushed back out by the Panthers. Woods stops, pops. Good. Holland Woods.
At first, I thought he was going to shoot it from where he picked it up out there about the between the G and the C, but he thought better of that and moved inside somewhat for his 25th point on 8 of 11 shooting. He gets it way out here. I thought he was going to shoot it. Then he said, okay, let me just try to move this guy a little closer to the basket. And he's so good at moving that ball from right to left, left to right, creating a little space from the defender. He's only 6 feet. That's what they list him at, Barry. But so he's got to do all that good ball handling to create that space, or use a big to create some space to find a cleaner look at the basket, and that's what he's very effective at. You don't score over 1,500 points in the NC2A level without being able to create some shots for yourself.
Why are you so hard on guys like Holland and myself? You know, we're 6'1", 6 feet. You're 6'11"? But I mean, what's with the little guys? Can't you believe that he's 6 feet?
No. I'm not hard on him. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you know what? You're fudging the numbers, man. You know, Muggsy Bogues played at 5'3", played in college against me at Wake Forest, played in the NBA for a long period of time. Just be who you are. You can't be 5'10" saying you're a 6-footer. How is that going to help you? Get some girls? No, just go out there and ball whatever height you are. That's all I'm saying. If he counts counting the afro, then I don't think he's a 6-footer.
I used to be 6'2".
What happened?
I get old.
Those shrunks are shrinking.
Yeah. 60-43, the lead for the Lopes. Woods, eyed there by Guess. Makes them move. Careful, he maintained that dribble. McLaughlin to Blackshear Jr., 12 on the shot clock. Moves near side, he's swarmed by the Panthers. Loose ball. Turnover.
Well, that's what those Panthers do. Number 2 in the country last year, taking the ball away from their opponent.
Woods with a tight knee there, knocked out by the Panthers, and the Lopes will inbound. Blackshear, eyed by Cox, near side. Chance McMillan, ooh, careful, heavy traffic. Zador found the opening.
Well, that was one of those fortuitous bounces where Zador got it, but I'll give him lots of credit for that spin move, something I said I could in the first half I never had, and he went right to the rack with it. He lost his starting job, but he has not hung his head. He has come to play tonight.
Off the mark, Zador with the rebound. Woods with 25, the 11th time in his career he's hit that mark. Out to Blackshear in the corner. Got a hand on it. Timeout on the floor, 11:59 to go, second half. Dima Zador being heard from.
We gotta love this right here. The Lopes down there working hard. It's not always going to be pretty, but if you outwork them, it'll be effective.
Sunday as they lost in PKs, but with an excellent RPI and some great results all season long, they did get that bid into the tournament. And I know, Barry, you better rest up. You're here tonight, and then you'll be on the live stream tomorrow at the game with Ted Lasso. I mean, with Coach Sissel, the women's soccer coach.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. ESPN Plus, 7 p.m. Coach Griffin. The Lopes battling the Denver Pioneers. As you look, the godfather of Phoenix sports, Jerry Colangelo, namesake of Colangelo College of Business here at Grand Canyon University. Chance McMillan. 11 3-pointers is the second most in the early Bryce Drew era. The Lopes had 13 against Bethesda. That's 11 the most. And now that 3-pointer pushes it up. Blackman, man, the kid is making a name for himself in quality minutes when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he's not getting long minutes, but he's doing well with the minutes he gets.
Yep.
And he had a shot off the bench against North Florida where the Lopes needed a bucket and 3-point shot. And then this one right here with the shot clock about to expire, knocked down.
You keep doing that, though, and the coach isn't going to hesitate to give you a little bit more time on the floor,
Absolutely. Have total confidence in you. And Cox to be able to knock one down himself. So we got a 20-point basketball game. And the Lopes, within 9 minutes, rushed this thing back from a 5-point advantage to a 20-point advantage. So much better out of the locker room than they did against North Florida, where they saw their large halftime double-digit lead shrink to 3 points.
Blackman with the turnover, but Woods picks it off. And is fouled. Oh, look at that.
Everything the kid throws up seemingly comes close to going in the basket.
Prairie View A&M was shooting 45% at the half. They're now 25% here in the second.
I mean, you can't ask college kids to play back to back to back, all in different venues, in different states, different time zones, and then go play, take one night off and then go play again and expect them to be able to perform at their best in the second half of the game.
Udraga leads it for Blackshirt Jr. Driving by Bell, push back out, Chance McMillan, bounce pass to Blackman. Blackshirt. 8 on the shot clock. Vaughn looking to move, cuts, picked off.
Anytime you drive that ball around, you better know that there's going to be another Panther in a black jersey to come over and add some help. Another offensive screen.
Offensive foul called on the Panthers, number 3.
That has been the call du jour tonight. As the officials have made it known that if you do not get your feet set and don't slide your body into the defender, or you're going to get a whistle for an offensive foul. And they've been consistent on both sides of the floor on how they're calling that.
Marquedrick Bell picks up his third. McMillan looking right, left, comes back out. Cuts in. Blackman, quick, swing over. A little too aggressive there by Dwayne Cox.
He can't believe it. I think what happened was McLaughlin had him posted down there to like a nail on a post, and he didn't like it. So he tried to swim move through the strong post-up position, but just gets too much of McLaughlin's body. That's going to send Gabe to the line for a couple freebies.
Check that, Bell got his fourth.
Will Smith realizing this one's getting a little sideways. He's having a little fun with the student body over there in the end zone. McLaughlin, he's got 16 points, working on 17. He's 5 of 7 from the field. He's knocked down a couple three-pointers in this game. He's got himself 5 rebounds. Take away a couple of the poor decisions with the basketball, trying to pass too far down the floor. And it's almost like his game has been perfect tonight. I mean, everything that, you know, Coach Walker wanted from his bigs, and rebounding the ball, playing great defense, making it real hard on Prairie View inside. McLaughlin has delivered this evening.
67-45. Mentioned assistant coach Jamal Walker. Talked to him this morning.
Yes, his scout tonight, he was a little worried about this game. He was worried about Prairie View's ability to take the ball away.
Yeah, we've seen it.
One thing I think that he will give credit to this Prairie View team is he thought they were going to get pounded on the glass. I mean, he thought the Lopes would pound them, Prairie View, on the glass. And that hadn't really been the case tonight. I don't know if it's because they've missed so many shots, they've had extra opportunities, but they go hard to the offensive glass. They're a +2 in the game right now in the rebounding column.
Driving, underhand, doesn't drop. Picked up, Blackshear Jr. brings it up. Coaching 9 minutes ago, second half. McMillan for three. Bam!
Well, that's just Blackshear Jr. realizing he's got two guys to his right, a big and then a shooter, and he lets the big float on through, holds the ball an extra tick, and gets the ball over to McMillan. 1-2, rhythm catch, shoot, bang.
8 points, 2 of 3 from the arc for Chance. Daniels, short.
Yeah, that's a shame because that ball is up short by 2 feet.
McMillan from the corner.
Yeah, once from the right, once from the left. Loops busting this thing wide open now. Just 28-point advantage. Still got 8 minutes to play. This is going to be one of those things where I don't think they're going to need Cherry. They thought they were going to need Cherry to come back from the dormitories, but just seems like the Panthers have lost all their energy.
Lopes outscoring Prairie View A&M 33-10 in the second half. Make it 35. Javon Blackshear Jr.
It is raining 3-point shots up in here.
Better get an umbrella. Timeout on the floor, 7:50 to go. This place is going crazy. Over the last 4 minutes, 46 seconds, and the second half scoring 36-10 in favor of Grand Canyon University. Bryce Drew well on his way to his 20th victory. Early on here in his tenure, second year as head coach of the Lopes. Look at the numbers, 25 and 17 respectively.
They got hot, cooled off for a little second as the team did, but have come back out again and regaining form. Holland Woods having himself a heck of a ball game. I said early on he was going to go between 25 and 30 tonight. They still got him out there on the floor. They put him on the bench for the rest of the night. Coach Drew says, nope, we want another 4 or 5 minutes out of you.
Push back out. Through the hands here. Douglas gathers it back in. Looks inside. Bounce pass. Takes the return feed. And a nice move, but doesn't go.
That was a beautiful give and go. Just weren't able to get the payoff at the bucket. And again, I can't keep harping on it, but 4 games in 5 nights does exactly that to you. Like, I don't even think NBA guys this early this season are used to playing 4 and 5 nights.
Blackshirt Jr. lost the handle again.
I mean,
3 turnovers.
Just think about it. The NBA guys are flying on chartered planes and getting in a decent hour. These guys have been on the road, going through security in airports trying to play these 4 games in 5 nights. But Lopes aren't going to have any mercy on them either.
Foul called on the Lopes number 30, Gabe McLaughlin. 4th personal.
So Gabe,
15 foul.
after that exhibition matchup,
Timeout on the floor.
has really turned it up. Got into the starting lineup. And has really looked sharp here early on for GCU. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, we've talked about Drew going for his 20th win as the Lopes head coach tonight if the GCU team pulls off this victory. Last night, however, a great win for women's basketball as Molly Miller got her career win number 200. The head coach leading her team to victory over Eastern Washington, 64-57 the final. And they celebrated her in a big way after. We've had a lot of fun, I know, watching Coach Miller and what her team can do in that first game. They forced 41 opponent turnovers, 27 steals in front of a record-setting crowd. And last night she was with that record win number 200. It looked like they had a lot of fun. The only thing I was concerned about was that was the new women's locker room, and they were celebrating with the water bottles. But I'm guessing, knowing GCU, they prepared for celebrations like that, even in their state-of-the-art facilities. And also hoping to celebrate real soon will be women's volleyball. They are gearing up tomorrow for the WAC tournament in Las Cruces. They will be up against UTRGV. Although the Lopes did fall in their regular season finale at GCU Arena, they were riding a 20-match win streak here at the arena heading into that match, and then they still came out so strong under Tim Nolan that really the seeding with this WAC tournament was unique because so many teams were performing strong. Now you throw out those records and you go out there with the tournament, see what you can do. A little November madness, if you will, guys.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, they should have had the champagne in the locker room for Molly Miller for that 200th victory. You see how they had to get it, though, Barry? Down big in the 4th quarter. To start the 4th quarter, they finished the game on a 24-9 4th quarter to get that 200th victory for her. So I see why that team was hyped.
Strong finish. Molly Miller's team.
Yeah, they couldn't do anything right through 3 quarters. They was shooting about 28% through 3 quarters and got hot at the right time.
Heading down on the road to KC, where Coach Miller was talking up Joe's Barbecue.
Yeah, and I want to interrupt this broadcast just to reiterate, that was a celebration, but it was water in those Gatorade bottles. I don't know what Scott's talking about.
I think
it was water in the
wishful
Gatorade
thinking.
bottles.
I think he's thinking maybe post-game or something for himself.
I remember, I see a shower like that. I remember those World Championship celebrations in the locker room in the NBA. We had Dom Perignon and Chris Stahl, though, not
what a waste.
Sparklets. Arrowhead, whatever you guys are. Let's get out of here at GCU.
Back in the ballgame for the Lopes number 0, Sean Miller-Moore. 5, Jalen Blackman.
Gahan at the line. Blackman remains on the floor. Up for Roberts. Reverse doesn't go. Gabe's underneath there. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Lopes ball. Still working hard. Brian Miles comes up off the floor for the Panthers.
Yeah, taking the ball in there hard, trying to scrap and dive. That ball goes right into the camera with the cords and everything else down there.
Ooh, careful. McLaughlin, pushed out by Roberts.
Oh, it's poked away. I'm not sure one official saw that the ball was poked away there. They're going to get that ball back to the Lopes. Sometimes a lot of bodies on the floor. Kind of hard to see those things that happen so quick, but it'll be Lopes' ball. Gabe gets it knocked from behind right there. Then it bounces into, was that Blackman? But he never had control of the ball. That's why he's able to go ahead and pick it up, and there'll be no backcourt violation.
Jalen Blackman, Marion, Indiana, looks for three. Oh,
hello.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Mr. Blackman. Has he got a flamethrower or what? His kids, all he does is come off the pine and knock down three-point shot. You see why he led the state of Indiana in scoring. They play a little basketball in Indiana, Barry. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Indiana, really?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like a big thing there?
That's a big thing. You ever heard of a guy named Larry Bird?
Is it Bird?
He was a heck of a player coming out of Indiana, some small little town. Can't remember the name of it.
French Lick. French Lick.
I always love when March rolls around and you're filling out your brackets, and if there's ever a school you haven't heard of, it's like, it's in Indiana.
You're probably right, Kate. Yeah, they love some basketball down there. And, you know, last year the site for the NCAA tournament, all the schools just say, we'll just bring everybody, forget the regionals, we'll just bring everybody right to Indiana. Not the birthplace of basketball, but they have perfected it.
Millen peels away. Back out. Liam Lloyd for three. A little heavy and off the mark.
I love Liam Lloyd. Every time I come to the shoot around, these kids wear a smile. It never seems like he's having a bad day.
Heavy traffic. Balls bouncing all around.
And guys, you know, the Drew brothers might petition to have it all in Indiana again, or at least in the same location. I know it made it great for their family to have March Madness all in one spot, because the brothers got to cheer each other on from the Lopes' first appearance at the NCAA tournament all the way to Baylor cutting down the nets with the national championship.
Good point, Kate. He really had a good time. Baylor is off to another good start again this year, and they're trying to repeat as champions.
Backdoor Christian Gas puts it in off the window. Getting a little sloppy out there, I think.
Well, it's becoming not really any running any plays. They're just freewheeling out there, kind of a park and rec game.
81-52. Lopes will go on to win their third straight to open the season. Wyoming coming to town, and Wyoming putting up some big numbers offensively and also shutting some teams down early on defensively. About 85, 86 points offensively and about 46 defensively.
Well, guys, you know, I think coming into this game, we've talked a lot about the Panthers and their brutal road schedule to start off this season. But next weekend, after, of course, we have two more Lopes games here at GCU Arena on Fox 10 Extra on Monday and Wednesday. Quick plug there. But after that, the Lopes will hit the road for their first road games. And Scott, I always love to get your take on this. As a player, what is that first road trip like? You've been logging a lot of hours in your home gym. It's great to start off on your home court. But when you hit the road, what comes about for the team? What kind of bonding is happening on that first trip? That's
the word, Kate, bonding. That's when guys get a chance to get together on the plane, on the buses, spend a little bit more time around each other in the hotel rooms. Instead of separate dormitories, you're eating all your meals together in one location. So that's when the first real good bonding takes place on a road trip.
Young and old enjoying themselves here at GCU Arena. If you haven't taken in a GCU basketball game, I encourage you to stop on by the campus. Friendly environment.
Can they get a ticket? What I want to know. It seems like this place is packed most nights.
Might be an upper decker.
Well, that's an outfit right there.
I want to
see you in that jacket on Monday.
If you're lucky.
That might be a future Lopes Up hashtag. What kind of jacket should Scott or Barry wear? We might be able to work this out.
Woodrow underneath. Wow. Nobody was backing down there, were they?
No, there's a lot of beef down there underneath that floor, getting thrown around as these guys are taking it hard to the hole. Navy just goes in there and he says, I'm going to sink your battleship. And
about a 55-pound differential right there.
But he gets that foul contact. He did a good job in that first half of knocking down 1 or 2 free throws. Let's see if he can get them both here.
You jinxed him.
Yeah, I might have. I'm not sure that one even drove the iron there.
Quiet.
Came up a little short. He had a little smile on his face. This
Three dribbles, 1, 2,
This next one's going to be good. Guarantee it.
Here we go. Okay, oh, he got his own rebound.
Your word means nothing here, Scott.
I know, he's making me look bad. Come on.
McMillan, far side. Liam Lloyd, bounce pass. Woodrogo. Left hand, no, down about that one.
Well, he said first, if you can't get him from the free throw line, let me go down into my bread and butter, use some of these big biceps and pull that rim out the backboard.
You saw it in his eyes after that second miss. He was not going to let it go down here.
He got this ball here. He does a good job when he catches it. He checks for the defense before he makes his move. I think sometimes some of the Gahan maybe goes a little too quick. This is a little bit more experience here out of Ivan, and he just checks the defense, and then he goes to operate, and it seems like he's a bit more successful.
Walter Ellis checks into the game. Number 55. Fonzo Ellis.
It's his first action, isn't it?
Time score as well. Lockman in the corner. Good! Oh, man. Never feel like the kid's going to miss?
No. I mean, every time he tees one up, I'm thinking it's good. And that one we had a good line on because he shot it with his back to us. We follow the path of the ball all the way straight into the basket.
D underneath, battling Kendall.
I really like it if these whistles were just put in the officials' pockets. Just let the kids go out there and call their own fouls.
3:35 to go, all GCU in this second half. They lead at 86-54. Kendall converts.
Yeah, season high in points for the Lopes, and 3 minutes, 30 seconds to build upon that. I want to see him get Lloyd another shot at the basket.
See Ellis, his touch as well. Ooh, picked off. Good work by the Panthers. Driving. Liam Lloyd got a hand on it. I'm not sure who. They got McMillan or Lloyd.
I think they got McMillan first. Lloyd comes over after and gets that block shot. He's a little mad at himself for turning that basketball over, but you know that's going to happen a little bit. You've been sitting over there for 2 hours. You got to go out there, and everyone else got a nice sweat and a lather. They're going to put the pressure on you and force you into one. We didn't have out of the Havocs tonight. I mean, they brought the energy, don't get me wrong. We didn't have a theme night. Like last Friday against North Florida, they had the beach night, right?
Yeah, we were sporting
we had the glasses and the Hawaiian lays, and all the kids were all dressed up and all the get-ups. They didn't think this one through enough.
But they had the rally towels.
Okay. But what are they going to do on Monday? That's what I want to know, because I want to be ready. If I need to go to like the party store, grab anything.
A Western theme.
That's what you heard?
Sure. Go with that. Want to see you with a cowboy hat?
Want to see me coming in some cowboy boots?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Go with that.
Lloyd, baseline, bounce, pass, and Gahan. Oh, I think that's going to be a foul.
First down.
Yep. Let's see if they might have to come out and measure. He's right.
Right at the
sticks. He got enough. Keep the drive alive.
Well, you know, like I said, these kids are playing hard. There's no quitting and nothing malicious about that. Just a couple guys getting tangled up. You see, he offers to help him up, but I think was it Gahan that's down there?
Yeah.
he milked it a little bit extra down on the
okay.
floor. He's got that bad hip, though. You know, he's coming off of that hip surgery, so he wanted to make sure everything was still attached to where we're supposed to be attached to.
So, like, the Drago is a little soft. Aiden a little too heavy on that. They got to. That's it.
Hey, guys, this just in. I got the answer for themes for Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, good work.
It's Dress Like a Turkey Day. Now, you may not hear the Havocs talking about this because this is top secret news. But if you guys come dressed as a turkey on Monday and Wednesday,
I don't think you're telling me the truth, Kate. I think you're just trying to mess with us.
It's trending with ropes up, I promise.
Nice try, Kate. I'm not falling for that one.
You're
dressed like a turkey.
Some say I dress like a turkey every night.
Get the ball to Liam Lloyd. Get him a shot.
McMillan driving. God damn it! Gahan is.
Well, he's looking badly. I think that fall really hurt him, but it didn't stop him from getting up to the 10th floor and slamming that thing down.
Off balance.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to get him out of the game. He's limping real bad out there.
Come on, get Walter Ellis the ball. Gahan underneath. 1:52 to go.
Yeah, Roberts wasn't going to give up another power jam. Gahan underneath, wrapped him up, said big fella going to have to make him for the free throw line. He's limping so bad out there. I wouldn't be surprised if this substitute coming into the game is going to be for the free throw shooter.
Ethan Spry to make his first appearance of the season.
Am I right about the form? Does the form look good forward and back until it gets to the rim? It's either too flat or too hard or too long. But it's right on line generally. Too short. Alfonso's kid getting in there, getting on the glass. He took a page out of his daddy's book right there.
Thunder taking some selfies. Ethan Spry and Rafe Curtis on the floor here in the last 1:49 to go.
Yeah, Coach Drew emptying his bench. I think everyone's going to play this one except for Tayshaun Cherry, who was ill.
Lloyd, hello, anybody home? Hey, anybody want it? How about Ellis? Charge on Walt Ellis.
I'm going to have a talk with Liam Lloyd next practice I come to. Let him know when you up by 30 points, you get out there, you got the ball in your hand, you're within 30 feet of the basket, you got to fire one up there, young man. Teach you how they do it in the NBA. Keep the numbers high.
I don't know how serious it's going to take you when you're dressed like a turkey.
There's some good defense for some of the guys that don't get so much playing time, getting shut down right there.
Blackman on rebound. Push back out. Ellis over to Curtis. On the floor. Follow the bouncing ball. Daniels.
1 minute remaining.
Off the mark. Doesn't go. Foul. That wasn't all the cleanest possession there, was it?
Nah, getting a little ragtag out there for sure. I think that's the interesting thing. You got Ethan Spry and Liam Lloyd out there. They want to be like a little too unselfish, so maybe a couple extra passes are leading to some turnovers out there, but you can't fault those kids for that. That's just their nature. And they'll learn that they need to learn to be a little bit more of a, it's my time now. I put all this work in practice and cheer these guys out for 3 hours on this bench. I can go ahead and call my own number.
Under a minute to go.
I wanted to see the Lopes get 90. I wanted to see maybe one more bucket out of somebody.
Liam Lloyd, bounce pass, Ellis, lost the handle, foul.
I'm almost surprised that he's been fouls on these last 2 possessions. It seemed like the officials had decided they were going to let this team go ahead and decide on the floor and get both of them back to the locker room before anybody else took a hard foul. But they keep blowing that whistle, and I guess they got to officiate 40 minutes because they got eyeballs on them watching this too.
Ellis drains it with confidence. First trip to the line. 2 deep breaths. Some guys just make it look so easy.
It's always the little guys that make it. It looks so
the
easy.
height-deprived guys who turn around. Roberts.
Nice move with the paint there by Roberts. That kid's got some game. He's going to do just fine in this Southwest Athletic Conference. Only a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. I think Coach Drew's telling his guys to dribble out the clock here and take the turnover.